please add things if I missed anything. Okay. So fetchLater is, as a background, this is the new pending beacon at a lower level. Like instead of a whole beacon implementation, we have a new fetch implementation, like a fetch drop-in replacement that waits until the page is destroyed or invisible or in BF cache for a long period of time or invisible for a long period of time, and then performs the fetch. Now, because so that allows creating something like a pending beacon in userland, something similar to that. The thing with that method of operation is that it creates a bunch of bandwidth that is used after the page is unloaded by design. The fetch happens after you unload the page. Other fetches are canceled the moment the page is unloaded. What this means for this fetch is that it creates a situation, let's say it was unlimited. You close the tab and now there are megabytes and megabytes of data you called with fetchLater. Yeah, except sendBeacon, which is in the same kind of category. So the same problem happened was there for sendBeacon, but I'm explaining first the background for the limitation at all. So if we had megabytes and megabytes of data and it was unlimited, the user would have no recourse to say, okay, I don't want to keep spending this bandwidth, close the tab, because the tab is already closed. So it was clear from that very, very, very long thread that did not have a thread limit that we need to limit the amount of bandwidth in the context of a top-level window, because that's what users can close. We decided on a semi-arbitrary, somewhere on the spectrum between arbitrary and reasonable limit of 640 kilobytes. That number is shared, that bandwidth is shared with the same origin iframes. Now, the other side of this whole quota thing is that we're afraid of a situation where, because of there's a quota here, one provider can say the first provider that is signed into fetchLater will take on the whole quota, just so that nobody else takes it, kind of like putting the trolley in line for the grocery store and then putting items in the trolley that's already in the queue. So to somewhat avoid that, we said that there will be a secondary quota, which is 64K for each reporting origin, which is the origin to which you report. And also, if you have a cross-origin iframe, that cross-origin iframe, and you allow that cross-origin iframe to share your fetchLater quota, it will also get 64K, as if it was one reporting origin. You allow an iframe to use a cross-origin iframe to use fetchLater using document policy. It's like an allow attribute. This is where we are with that. There were raised a lot of questions and things with that, but this is where we are with that, and I let others fill in more details or ask questions.
So Should I stop the recording?
Sure.
Yep.